I have learned 100 words and I think I'm ready for the interview. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, tell me about yourself. My name is Tuta. I'm 25 years old. Uh-huh. I learn. No. I have learned lots of words. I want the working. No. I want to work. Yeah, I want to work. Do you have any experience in the domain of teaching? Experience? Experience. I think I know this word. Experience. I think I have experience, although I don't know what it means. Why do you like teaching? I think I like teaching. I think it easy. I think it is easy. I think... Okay, stop thinking. Thinking too much is bad for you. Are you tired of learning lots and lots of words, but when you want to speak, you don't know what to say because your mind simply goes blank? Let me ask you a question. What's the point of learning many words if you can't use them when you need them? English language is full of words, but do we need to know all of them to speak English? Of course not. In fact, you can speak English by knowing only 1,000 words. However, the problem sometimes is that you know many English words, but when you want to speak English, you are lost for words. Why is that? I'm pretty sure that you've clicked on this video because you're looking for an answer, right? Well, what if I told you that you're trying to learn new words the wrong way? Because it's not about the quantity of English words you learn, but the quality of the English words and the method you're using to learn new English words. In this video, I'm sharing a brilliant method of 6 steps to solve this problem of forgetting words. All you have to do is to watch this video to the very end. Like, share, and blah blah blah. So, why can't we remember words when we speak? To answer this question, we need to know the difference between active and passive words. What's a passive word? A passive word is a word that you know it and you know its meaning whenever you read it or hear it. But when you want to speak, you can't remember it because you can't find it in your mind. So it is stored in your mind, but your mind can't see it. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have a cupboard and lots of clothes, and you're storing clothes in this cupboard in a random, untidy way. You're putting socks with pants, with t-shirts. Everything is mixed up. When you need a particular piece of cloth, would it be easy to find it? Of course not, because it doesn't have a specific place in your cupboard. Likewise, words are like clothes, and the cupboard is your mind. So, it depends on the way you're storing the new words in your mind. If you're saving the new words in your mind in a random, untidy way, it would be difficult to remember them when you need them. On the other hand, if you're saving words in your mind in a tidy, organized way, it would be super easy to remember them. Now, the next question would be, how would we learn the new words in a more memorable way? In other words, What's the best way to learn active words, not passive words? We're going to answer this question in 6 tips. Tip number 1 is no translation. A very common mistake is that when you learn a new word, you translate it into your mother language. As a result, when you want to remember words, you remember its translation into your language, not its meaning in English. To solve this problem, you need to use an English dictionary to know the meaning of a new word in English. And if it happens and you find another new word in the definition that you don't know its meaning, you can also look it up using the same English dictionary, which of course going to expand your vocabulary. Let's take an example. If you're looking for the meaning of the word qualified, do not translate it into your language. Instead, you can use an English dictionary to know its definition in English. The definition of the word qualified is meeting the requirements for a position. Here in this definition, if you do not know the meaning of the word requirements, you can look it up too. By this way, you're expanding your vocabulary. At the same time, you're focusing on the English meaning of the new word, not its translation into your language. Tip number 2, categorization. Instead of learning random words, you can learn words by topic, which means you can divide the words you're learning by putting them into groups or categories according to the topic they are talking about. For instance, you can learn words that are related to sports or hobbies or maybe furniture. Got it? Let's take an example. If we're learning furniture words, that could include words like cupboard, bed, chair, table, couch, and so on. The purpose of this tip is to put all the words that are related to each other in one place inside your head. Tip number 3, integration. When we learn a new word, there has to be an integration between the 4 skills along with the 5 senses. The 4 skills for learning any language are listening, speaking, writing, reading. The process of learning has to go through these 4 stages. First, you listen to the correct pronunciation of the word using any dictionary app. Then, you repeat the word. After that, you write the word and its meaning in English. And finally, you look at the written word and read it. Integration also includes the 5 senses. The more senses involved in the process of learning, the more memorable the word would be. So, you can remember the words that refer to objects that can be seen, touched, smelled, or even tasted more than the abstract words. That's why I recommend that you see or search for pictures that describe the new words you're learning. You can use the Google search engine or any search engine you would like to look for pictures that describe the new words you're learning. Tip number 4, collocations. Collocations are a group of words that are usually used together. A collocation can be an adjective, a verb, or a preposition that comes around a particular noun. Collocations are super important when learning a new word because they can give you a hint on how a word is used in real life. This in turn makes a new word more memorable. But how can we find collocations? Well, there are many online collocation dictionaries. For example, this is a very helpful free collocation dictionary called Macmillan Collocations. Also, there's an amazing online tool called OZDIC. Let me show you how it works. All you have to do is to search the word OZDIC. Then you write your word, for example, home. Here you can find all the collocations for the word home. So, what adjectives can be used with the word home? We can say boyhood home, family home, marital home, also permanent home, temporary home, comfortable home, luxury home, and so on. What verbs can be used with the word home? Right, we can say arrive home, come home, get home, go home, and so on. Again, what nouns can be used after the word home? We can say home number, home address, home buyer, homeowner, etc. We're going to talk about tips 5 and 6 after this teeny weeny break. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Back again and penultimate tip. Tip number 5, context. It's also called the production stage. Context is crucial in the process of learning words because words are more memorable if they are parts of context. That's why you'd better learn words inside sentences or words that are parts of contexts rather than learning single words. Why? Because people communicate in sentences and contexts, not in single words. So, if you want to learn a language, you learn it through sentences, not single words. For instance, if you hear somebody say, "Hey there, how's it going?" "Hey there, how's it going?" You won't be able to understand them if you learn single words. Although you know the words that are used here, which are hey, there, how is it going, you can't understand the meaning of this combination of words because the pronunciation of words change when they become parts of spoken contexts. How is it going became how's it going? How's it going? That's why I recommend you learn words inside sentences or contexts. After learning the collocations of a word in tip number 4, you need to put them inside context by making or producing sentences of your own using the new words and their collocations. For example, the word home. You can make sentences about your life or the environment around you using the word home and its collocations. So you can say, for instance, I live in a family home. My brother went back home yesterday. The man next door lives in a luxurious home. And so on. You can make many sentences. The purpose of this tip is to prepare your mind using the new words in real life or real conversations. And finally, tip number 6, which is practice. The most important tip is practice. Here you need to practice using the new words in real conversations with partners, using the sentences you have made. And if you're not yet comfortable talking in front of other people, you can practice speaking with yourself. Yeah, with yourself in front of a mirror. So you can act out the sentences you have made as if there is somebody listening to you. And after acquiring some level of confidence, you can start talking to other people. The importance of this step is not only making the new words more memorable, but also it makes it easy for you to talk to other people in real conversations because it gives you a respectful level of self-confidence. That's why after this tip and when you want to speak, you will remember the words you have learned and practiced, which means they became active in your mind. You can remember them and use them whenever you want. And now, Let's go quickly through the 6 tips to make sure you remember them. Tip number 1. No translation. Do not translate the new words to your mother language. Instead, use an English dictionary. Tip number 2. Categorization. Learn words that are related to each other or talking about a particular topic. Tip number 3. Integration. The integration between the 4 skills and the 5 senses. Tip number 4. Collocations. What verbs, adjectives, or prepositions that are usually used around a particular noun. Tip number 5. Context. Words are more memorable if they are parts of contexts. Tip number 6. Practice. Act out the sentences you have made in front of a mirror or with a partner. So, what do you think about my video? Do you like it? Wow! Aha! If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. The next video will be about how to speak English fluently like a native English speaker. See you next time. Bye bye.